Good morning to the honorable juries and all the audience. My name is Muhammad Fatih Putranugraha from Pradita Dirgantara High School. In this occasion allows me to present my research with the title of Embracing Hope on Merapi Slopes, an in-depth analysis of structural poverty among farmers in Samiran Village, Selo District, Boyolali Regency. Okay, so according to the Bappenas, the number of farmers in Indonesia will reach zero in 2063. The main factor is that farming work is familiar with the job of older generation and lower income. This research shows that this condition is not only a stigma, but a fact that Indonesian farmers are closely related to poverty. This research was conducted in a qualitative research framework on a community of vegetable and tobacco farmers in Samiran Village, Selo District, Boyolali Regency. In order to obtain the data, we conducted interviews, literature review, and field observation. Then the data analyzed through Selo Sumarjan's theory of poverty and Anthony Giddens' structuration theory. Therefore, the formulated research question is how do the pattern of structural poverty among farmers in Samiran Village, Selo District, Boyolali Regency occur? The result of this research is that farmers' monthly income only reach 600,000 to 1,200,000 million of Indonesian rupiah. Even this figure is still very blurry since the prices of vegetable and tobacco are very fluctuate and tend to be low. This figure is far below Boyolali's lowest wage or UMK. Thus, according to the basis of Article number 88 of Law number 13 of 2003, which states that UMK is a decent standard of living as a human being. Farmers with income below the UMK have a standard of living that is not worthy of being a human being. Then it was discovered that the majority of residents in Samiran Village had a fairly low level of education and inadequate access to electricity, water, and road connections, which made it increasingly difficult to the people in Samiran Village to reach a higher economic level. Then, what are the reasons of this condition? There are four structural factors that cause this to be happen. Firstly, pattern and client relations and market laws that exist in vegetable farming. Farmers have to rely on the middleman or intermediary as the sole link to the market. Then farmers could not determine the price and the payback period, which increase the uncertainty. Furthermore, the price plummets due to the abundance of the goods and the existence of market mafia. In one case, the price of carrots once reached 2,000 rupiah per kilogram. Secondly, a similar system occurs in the tobacco market. The difference is that farmers not only lack access to consumers, but also have no alternative consumers other than cigarette producers, and also it requires higher operational costs compared with vegetable farming. The profits obtained are not much different from selling vegetables. Tobacco prices themselves are currently low due to excise, weather, and the influx of imported tobacco. In the end, farmers have to sell at low prices or it cannot be sold or used at all. And then the third one is the narrow and uphill roads which make it difficult to distribute agricultural products and adapt technology. Apart from that, there has been no direct intervention from the government to improve infrastructure and regulate markets. It is felt that the existing policy of Tobacco Excise Revenue Sharing Fund or DPHJHT does not fulfill the urgency and needs of the farmer. And finally, the community's mindset is oriented towards simplicity and halal sources of income. As the consequences, farmers tend to maintain conventional and conservative agricultural methods and are non-reactive towards innovation. So the conclusion is, based on case studies conducted through interviews, observation, and literature studies, farmers in Samiran Village live in poverty due to minimum wage, inadequate infrastructure, and low level of education. Factors that cause this include the pattern client system and market laws in both horticulture and tobacco sectors, lack of government intervention, and people's mindset which tend to be traditional. This condition ultimately correspond to Silas Marjan's theory of poverty and Anthony Giddens' structuration theory. I recommended several future works related to this research. The first one is the analysis of government's intervention in supply chain, especially in the law and policy, and the second is the extended investigation on the vegetable and tobacco market to unveil the root and the solution for this problem. And this is the reference that I use for this research. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.